Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? Not much going on today, huh? Yeah. Got something hanging from your chin. Not sure what that is. Can't get a good look at it. You're turning the wrong way. So I have, let's see, I think it's Super Supper and kibble. Yeah. So I've been cutting onions and garlic all day, so probably should avoid the house. I think the previous times I've done a lot of cutting of garlic and onions, you come in. Okay. Okay. Walk past Scruffy. Let's get food on the table. He's walking over to the mat. Okay. Sit in the chair. Oh, he pushed his head into my glove. So I ran out of my vegetable soup, so I need to make a new batch today. So I'm still making it. Long, boring process. And the past couple times I've scorched the pot pretty badly. And so today I was experimenting with lowering the heat. I actually lowered the heat last time, and yeah, it's still scorched. Not sure why I've gotten away with it before, and suddenly it seems to be scorching more. I don't know. Because I have a diffuser, and usually that helps. But yeah, the last few times, yeah, it hasn't been working too well for me. So I lowered the heat, and so far it hasn't scorched, but also the soup's not getting hot enough, so it's not finished cooking. So I'm not sure if my dinner is going to be finished cooking tonight. So I actually just turned up the heat before I came out, so I'm hoping by the time I finish petting Scruffy, the temperature of the pot will be at least reasonable. I tried taking some more shortcuts on peeling garlic today and peeling onions. So, actually, I didn't take that many shortcuts on the onions, but yeah, I took a lot of shortcuts on the garlic today. So my hope is I can throw in a lot of the paper skin into the soup and it'll just dissolve. I tried that a couple times. The really thick pieces of paper did not dissolve, but the majority of it did. So today I tried to compromise and just tried to take the big, thicker chunks off and leave everything else on. So it saved me a little bit of time. Yeah, the onions are actually a fresh batch I bought a couple weeks ago, and these skinned really easily, so no problem there. And then I use my food processor to chop up the carrots and the celery and onions and garlic and whatever else I threw in there. And then used a bag of frozen vegetable mix. That was the last thing I threw in, and so that's another reason why it's not finished is because when I throw in the frozen vegetables, it brings down the heat again. So it's taking a really long time to heat up again. And I don't think my he's climbing. I don't think my existing vegetables that were in there are actually cooked enough. It's still kind of hard. So I didn't want to leave the house unattended while the stove is on, but I did compromise and I decided to water the front yard. Figured since it was on low heat, probably wouldn't be a problem. And then since I'm just outside, I can keep a close eye on it. Whereas if I go for a long run or something, I'm not going to be able to get back to the house in a quick amount of time. So I didn't get much other stuff done today. So I guess cooking a new batch of soup and watering, I guess, is actually quite a bit. So the batch of soup will last me hopefully about 6 weeks. So basically I spend a lot of time now, so I don't have to spend a lot of time later. And the watering, I just need it to get done. Oh yeah, my hose nozzle broke. The handle on it, so when I squeezed it, the thing snapped. A piece of junk. So I think it's only a couple years old. Bought it from Amazon. Forgot the brand. Seemed pretty nice. It was actually, I think, I liked it better than the cheap. Yeah, they were probably about the same price. The ones I got from Harbor Freight. Yeah, the Harbor Freight ones. I think one or two of them already broke. There's, I think, still one or two left. But yeah, this other one from Amazon broke now, so it's like in the middle of the pack. I was actually still able to use it even with the broken handle because I was able to press the handle broke in about the middle, and so I was able to, actually a little above the middle, but I was able to press on the top part that it didn't break. It's a little hard, you don't have the lever arm, but it was doable. But yeah, I need to replace the nozzle. I think I have another. I think I bought two from Costco. I'm using just one of them at the moment. The Costco one I bought looks pretty good quality, so I was actually thinking maybe I'll buy more of them. It doesn't have a squeeze handle. Instead, it has a thingy pivot. It's kind of like you turn it on, so you rotate it to turn it on, and then you rotate it to turn it back. I'm not used to that, but now that my squeeze handle broke, I see maybe the advantage of that. Use this claw there. I can hear the scraping. I don't think he used the claw there, just on his right paw. So I didn't check the weather today, but last time I checked it, it was supposed to warm up throughout the entire forecast, and then on the last day of the forecast, it's going to get really hot. So I'm probably going to have to water the backyard. Use this cloth there. Just the hold, not the hurt. But yeah, not sure I'm going to train Scruffy to not do that. I used to have the old batting glove, I think, and they're like made out of leather. Actually, it had a pair, yeah. And I remember I lost one. It really irritated me because I was actually going to use them as a weightlifting glove. And I think I lost one at the gym or something, and then the other one stopped using since only having one didn't really help me. But I'm wondering, yeah, if I still have that, I'm gonna dig that up. Maybe the leather from the leather glove. It's really thin, but I wonder if the leather is just thick enough to protect myself from the clawing. Should go look for it. It's been years since I used it, so I don't know where it is. Okay, I think we're about ready for food, huh? Okay, so let's get your food. I think this fur actually looks pretty good today. Okay, I'm done. So I saw Scruffy sleeping on the table, I think, all morning, and he basically till early afternoon. It deterred me from bringing out his water since he seemed to be sleeping peacefully. I thought I'd wait for him to wake up before I brought out the water. And I was in the kitchen a lot today because of the soup I was making. So finally, around mid-afternoon, I thought probably should just bring out the water. So he woke up when I thought maybe he was awake. I thought I saw him move, and but anyway, it looked like I woke him up when I actually came out, and so I just put down his water, said hello, went back in, and then he jumped off the table and he took a drink of water, and then I think he stayed off the table the rest of the afternoon, and I presume he was sleeping on the deck the rest of the afternoon. I caught him on the deck about an hour ago. So he was sleeping out in the open right before he woke up and came over here to wait for dinner. So Scruffy had a pretty uneventful day as far as I know. So let's see, yesterday I didn't get a chance to talk too much about my bicycle ride. so I guess I can do that today. So yeah, I mentioned I injured my leg or hip. I think it's a hip flexor problem. I think I just overdid the bicycling or something, and I might have I don't know, the motion, the way I stretch my leg or something to mount my bike, or to stay on the bike, or to shift my weight on the bike. You know, maneuver on a dirt trail or something. Maybe that just eventually injured myself. I'm not sure. I finally went for a test ride about a few weeks ago. My leg it's almost better. I've been doing some crossover stretch exercise, and I can tell basically I can roughly tell how bad it is. So early on, I basically get pain when I crossed over my legs. So basically cross my one leg or the other, and bend the injured leg at the knee, and try to pull back the foot. And I wasn't able to pull it back very far. So first I get resistance, and then I get actual pain. So over time, I can pull it more and more back, and there's less and less pain. So now I'm getting to the point where I can pull it back a reasonable amount. I don't really feel pain, though I do feel some resistance still. I am a little afraid to pull it back any further in case I do hurt myself again, so I'm still a little nervous about it. But I've been thinking it might be good enough where I can try to do some easy bike rides, just this gauge where I am. So a few weeks ago, I tried biking to the park that I normally go riding at, and I noticed my leg was starting to bother me before I even reached the park. And so I turned around and decided, it's probably still not ready. And fortunately, I don't seem to have made it any worse. So I turned around at probably a good time. So yesterday, I didn't really feel like going for a walk. My leg felt actually better than it did when I went for my ride a few weeks ago. So I thought maybe I'd try another test ride. And I made it all the way to the park, and it still felt okay. So I decided to actually go into the park and try to do kind of my base case ride. So I have a lot of different routes I can do at the park, but I sort of have a minimal base route that I'll do. The reason that it's kind of my minimal base route is it's the minimum routes I can do without actually having to turn around. The trails, I guess, kind of figure eight. And so if I go far enough, I don't actually have to turn around on the trail. I can basically hit one of the intersections and then come back on another loop. But usually I actually go all the way deep, because turning back at the first intersection is kind of boring. So I made it all the way to my kind of base case. So I did the whole figure eight on the most minimal route that I would do. I stayed off the dirt trails. I stayed on the paved stuff. I moved the balls for Scruffy because he has some pate smears at the bottom. Because I wanted to stay off the dirt trails just in case, going up the bumps and maybe it's forcing my legs to stretch in certain ways to stay balanced or something. So I figured if I stayed to the pavement, there would be less sudden movement or weird movement that might re-injure my hip flexor or whatever the problem is. So doing the full loop though, yeah, I haven't done it in 5 months, so I don't think it was actually that out of shape, but I was worried that my legs, the particular muscles, may have been weakened, and so as I passed the first intersection and got kind of midway through the second part of the figure eight. Sorry, I think maybe I pushed it too far. I actually got off the bike at one point just to kind of rest my legs just in case. But I made it all the way, and I feel okay today, so I think it was a success. One downside, I think I lost one of my reflectors on the ride. I have these LED reflectors I use for nighttime, and they're attached by a plastic strap. Is Scruffy gonna jump up? I think Scruffy's gonna jump up on the table. Yep. Wow. Is he telling me he wants more food? I think he wants a treat. So I don't think the treats are actually that good, so I think he wants more food. You want more food, Scruffy? Or is he gonna just sleep on the table? Well, he jumped up all the way on the table. Maybe I should get him more kibble. Okay, folks, I'm going to try to get more kibble here. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, Scruffy just hissed at me. So, I'm going to pour a little more kibble into his bowl. There it goes. He has a thing on his back. Wow. I wonder how did he get that on his back so fast? All he did is jump up on the table. I guess maybe when he ran under the chair here. Maybe it was a cobweb or something. I'll let him pick it off himself. So anyway, yeah, the LED reflector, yeah, it's just held by one of those plastic ties, and yeah, I think it started coming loose or something, and then I think it got caught like in the spokes or something, or in the fork, or it hit the fork of the bicycle as it started coming, like turning, and I think it must have snapped off because I was hearing a noise and I stopped it almost immediately, but I was going downhill, so it took me a little bit to stop, and yeah, we already ate. So I noticed, yeah, I'm missing a reflector. So I actually walked back, looked around, couldn't find it, so it seemed to be gone. Yeah, here we got extra kibble. Like, yeah. I don't think I'm going to give you any more tonight. Yeah. You can say your thank you and then you can leave. Like I did last night. Yeah. You got your extra food. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go in, so I'm gonna start standing up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the moment I move, he freaks out. Oh, wow. That's an interesting yelp. That's... Okay, well, I'm gonna pick up the water and toss it. So let's see if he's gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna move. Okay, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.